For mom, my focus is the biggest muscle on the back, which is the latissimus dorsi muscle, the trapezius muscle. In Africa, you're not allowed to even hug your mother. This woman right here is mine.
Mother.
I talk to you guys about doing body work. This is not a norm in Africa. And mom, how old are you? And mom is very tense here because I think she carries a lot of heartbreak from the late husband. Yeah?
Yes.
As we speak now, hey! Yeah, that's mom. And this muscle is really important to work on because it stimulates the natural healing of the entire body. Last question was, how old were you when you got married? Wish you all the best in healing.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this new episode of Victors with Victor. My name is Victor, and this is my platform, Victors with Victor. First and foremost, I'm not on a very high vibration. This woman right here is mine.
Mother.
What do you think about my mother? Why are you talking about my mother? Yes, this is my mother Mary, and I'm the son. I don't claim to be Jesus, but many people call me Savior.
You are the last one.
I'm the last born. I'm the hope of the community. So this is my mom, and I think I talked to you guys about doing body work. This is not a norm in Africa, actually. This is not acceptable, but I know how good it is to my mother. In Africa, you're not allowed to even hug your mother. But mom hugs us since we were kids. Do you hug us, mom?
Yes.
Yeah. You can tell how mom is, it's this body work is really tensed on her because her body is tight. And mom, how old are you?
63.
63. There are a couple of questions that have been asked. I don't know if mom has a good record of that. In Africa, there are a lot of things. I want to talk about the African tradition and culture. There are a lot of things that we do not embrace as Africans. But I personally embrace this being a global citizen. I embrace a lot of things. Like I know this is really good for my mother. And I don't want to pay physio in future, paying $70 per hour for a physiotherapist. Also, thanks to everyone who prayed for me. I'm still getting my injections and I'm out of the hospital finally, so I'm very grateful, and I would not forget the people who wished me a quick recovery. And it makes me very grateful for life. Things like this remind me, because my sickness happened in a split second. I actually did a video and shared it with you guys. And I told you guys that I would be going to the hospital for checkup. And before I went to the hospital for checkup, I was already down. So I was taken to the hospital and I went on an emergency. Can you imagine, from walking to a bed into emergency? And they took good care of me. The most painful part about it was this one was so painful, and I was getting a lot of things through my blood. So, because if you're very okay, you should get oral medication. That's what I can't remember the last time I got an injection, but this time the injection was not. So this is we call it in massage. So what happens in many cases, I'm just looking at the muscles and veins that are tired, and you can tell through the expression on our face that you have to know the spot. So this that I'm touching in massage or in body work, we call it hot spot, a spot. And mom is very tense here, because I think she carries a lot of heartbreak from the late husband. Yeah?
Yes.
Did your late husband break your heart?
No.
So guys, for mom, my focus is actually this muscle, the largest muscle on the back, and this muscle here. I'm gonna touch it and you're gonna pay attention to our facial expression. For mom, my focus is this, the biggest muscle on the back, which is the latissimus dorsi muscle, if you know, and then the trapezius muscle, which is here. This is where mom gets tense. I think as I touch it, you realize. And then we have the minor rhomboid and the major rhomboid. So this is the minor rhomboid and this is the major rhomboid. You realize she's moving to this direction. So I'm just sharing this in as much as I'm not feeling well. I'm just sharing, so if you have a parent of age, then you can easily work with them. The importance of actually working on this is yes. So you take advantage of when she breathes and relaxes, if it's your father, when he breathes and relaxes. And the importance of actually working on this, as many old people get to an age they cannot walk, it is usually not their leg, actually. Yes, I know you're surprised. It is usually not their leg, it is their spine. Yes. I'm gonna give you guys a scenario. So there's this one guy I was working on. He got into a motorcycle or what we call motorcycle or border accident, and they broke their feet, and this was put back, and it took him a while, but he eventually started walking. As we speak now, hey, yeah, that's mom. So I'm gonna talk to you about the importance of touching this. Yes, I don't know if I finished the story, but I was, as he continued getting support, he eventually was on his feet and walked. There was this other guy who was working with an industrial company, but he actually got paid because he hurt himself while at work. They paid him millions of Kenyan shillings, and so it wasn't my client, he was a client of a friend, but this friend had traveled overseas. And I was working on him, but he had broken his spine. I don't know what, I can't remember what happened to his spine, but his spine had a problem, his back had a problem, and the guy is still on wheelchair to date. So I'm saying that to explain to you that as parents grow older, it is not actually their feet that refuses, but it's their back. So what I want you guys to do, so you can understand, if you have somebody around you, you can request them. You can Google latissimus muscle. Yes. You can Google it, and then you can lay down. And this does not really require expertise. As you work on somebody, especially people of age, I also work on kids, but I don't recommend anyone to be who is watching my video to work on kids. Caution. And also do not work on parents that are down. If your parent is down and not walking, yeah, please, you can write me a direct email. My email is there, and I can direct you. I can do a video call to direct you. Depending on how rich you are, a small charge, or even for free, I mean, for my loyal subscribers. And even for my subscribers who are growing, who will be blessed with age. Yes, you can reach out directly, especially if you have back pains, or you have knee pains, or you feel like your feet are starting to affect you. Well, write to me and I'll offer my expertise when I can. Don't hold this against me. When I can, I sure will. So what we are working on is mom's latissimus dorsi muscle, which is this muscle on the back. And I think you can tell. You might be asking yourself, what is the importance of working on this muscle particularly. There are a couple of them here. There are a couple of them and tributaries as well. And you might be asking yourself, what is the importance? So this muscle on the back, actually all these muscles on the back, if you want to work on the trapezius, it's very simple. So you open your fingers like this, give it just a little bit of space. I don't know what this is in inches, but probably like 2-inch space in each. And this thumb stays like this. And you just dip it on the shoulder like this. And what you do with your thumb is not on the spine, on the sides of the spine. You press in, and this one so this press in is helping her lean forward. And then what I'm going to do is pull the trapezius. And then you can roll on it. So what you're doing is it's like you're juicing, you know how you juice? But make sure your nails are not long, and your hands, your palms are soft as a baby's buttocks. And my hand's soft like a baby's buttocks. Yeah, make it fun. Try as much as you can to make it fun. That's with that laughing on the background. Yeah, but try as much as you can to make it gentle, but a little bit of pressure, depending on who you're working on. If your parent is like really down, you don't want to apply pressure. You even just want to start by slapping like this. This is also another technique I learned from my friend Charlie. Shout out to Charlie. Charlie also does a lot of body work. And I'm just getting into the importance of it. So I was talking to you guys about the latissimus dorsi muscle. And this muscle is really important to work on because it stimulates the natural healing of the entire body. Not just the back, but the entire body. So when I touch mom like this and walk on her, she's feeling a shock on her feet, I know. Her waist, her lower back. So this is where a lot of trauma is collected, and a lot of people tend to sit like this. This posture is really not good for you. And I urge my loved ones to sit like this, and it's really worked for them. Sitting like this it also brings you low energy. So you continue staying negative. You know, a lot of people who sit like this, you can't stay positive. You keep staying negative. You're not able to do stuff. You don't see yourself as worthy. So start working on your back. Start working on yourself. Yes. So have somebody do it. Right now, mine is in a really good shape. So I can have somebody weighing even over 60 kg walk on my back and work on my back. And this for me has really worked. I think for me, like even on a heavy day, yes, so what I urge you is to just try and work. And the latissimus dorsi muscle is not anything complicated. These are just scientific one, but it's basically your lats. So when you go to the gym, if you go to the gym, you know you can pull. We're in Kisumu and there are a lot of mosquitoes here. So you know the thing that you pull, yeah. It's called the lat bar or whatever. Yeah, so you can use it to work. But if you are at home, stretches like this, they work your lats. Mommy, let's go here. Put your hand up, your left hand.
This
The
side.
left one.
This side.
Left one. That's right.
Oh.
Yes. Put it up. Good. And then. Benji, cut. Put it up. No, sit straight. Yes. And then push your body forward. No. Put your hand up, mommy. Good. No, don't move. It's just your body.
Okay.
Move back. Good. Put your hand up. Lean forward. Like this. So mom had an operation. What you guys called? What is it? And then good. Lean to this side. No, put your hand up like this. Yes. Yeah. So you see where she stands. I think you can tell even by just pulling. So mommy, put your hand straight. Yes. So her lats are very tight, and this is what is causing her back problems. Yes. So this is where it's basically the lats. When you go to the gym, just work the lats, but stretches like this on the left and right. But if you're doing it for your partner or your parent, maybe you just want to go and do the squash here. As you get into the lats, and then do the squash in the lats. It's a lot of work. It might look simple because you see it, you're seeing it on video, but you want to try it on somebody, either your partner or your loved one. Breathe, man. And also make sure you have self-care. When you finish doing body work, make sure you either get into an ocean or a pool, or just shake it off or stretch, because if I don't, I'm gonna carry her traumas. It's like a psychiatrist, therapist, find something for healthcare, for self-care. Yes. So a lot of these terms are put to scare you. Like, this is just the lats we are working. You see how she's starting. So I'm gonna be here for a while. I'm not feeling very okay, but I'll try and work on her. As I work on her, also sometimes you get healing from working on people. Move back, man. Move back. So what I used to do is I used to work on people financially, but I realized it's not beneficial. So I'm in the village. I'm working on a couple of old people. Mr. John, who I shared in the video, is somebody I'm working on. It's really good. For those who would see his progress, I probably will show in the course of the week. But right now, he's actually started working, so he's on his crutch. Why don't you say amen, ladies and gentlemen?
Amen.
So Mr. John, like I told you guys, is a church leader. He's donated space for building. He's also given a lot of people from here scholarships. But we tend to forget, especially the millennials and the Gen Zs. We tend to forget. I want you guys to do this observation. So I put my knees on her lats. And I support, when you're working on somebody, I really recommend that you work on your posture. It's a very uncomfortable thing, but that's where you want to start. So this is what I'm doing to mom. You see, just squeezing. Depending, because for me, I listen. Communication is very important when you're doing body work. And I am really following what her body is saying, what her mind is saying, and that's why I'm putting this. So don't put a lot of tension on, especially if you're strong like I am. Relax, breathe. Breathe. Head up. Breathe. Talk to our subscribers. Tell them subscribe. Tell them subscribe, man.
No, I'm feeling very bad.
Yes, so we just started working on mom. That's why you see she is feeling a bit uncomfortable. But as we continue, because I'm going to be here for a while, and also I need to work on my latissimus, docimus. So yeah, but I'm going to be working on her, and I'll show you guys progress. Also, let me know what you guys would like to see or watch on the comment section. Mommy, a subscriber of mine, Vicky Demand and ask, yeah?
Subscribe.
Are you listening? So a subscriber of mine had asked questions that I think you should be the one to answer. So I'm gonna ask for you guys. A couple of people have asked me questions. The first question was, how old were you when you got married?
I was 18.
18. She was 18. When you got your first baby at how old?
20.
She was 20. So 2 years in and she got the baby. A lot of us today get into a relationship for 7 years. At the 8th year, we still don't want a baby. We're not ready for a baby. And then the 10th year is like, you know what? I just realized that me and you doesn't work. And so I'm gonna take care of myself. And then the 10 years goes at a waste. Guys, dating is not fun. My feet are clean, so don't think I'm yes. So mom had an operation, like I told you, on her lower belly. So she's not, I have to be gentle when pushing her forward. You see? Yes. Good. And so, you were 20 when you got your firstborn. How old is your firstborn? Interlace your fingers, man. Shikilia video. So this is also really good because it opens the lower back. So how you want to get into it, you see I'm protecting her with my thighs and then I'm pulling up like this. Breathe, man. It's stretching our back. So they have to interlace their finger. Interlace is doing this, yes. Good. And then, now this is the second one. Hold interlace, man. Breathe, relax. The second one, you put your knees on their latissimus dorsi. And you pull them back. Good. Then you can shake it. She's pole, slowly opening up. I'm also starting to sweat. But as you guys realize, for me, I think supporting people or giving other people support gives me energy. As I started working on mom, I wasn't really like this, but I've gathered the positivity. I think just from giving her the healing, I've gotten the healing. I lift myself by lifting other people. And I think that is what is essential. This is not a massage oil, it's a basic coconut oil. If you can't access massage oil, there's no reason to not work on people. But this one, I'm just gonna work on mom's trapezius. And the spine from up here, the neck into the spine. Don't get into the spine. When you're massaging somebody on their back, don't touch their spine. Do not touch their spine when you're working on them. So on the neck, what you want to do is put your thumb like this and roll it like this. And this as a very powerful way to just relieve pain and also migraines. When I have mild headaches, I don't take painkiller. I just have my loved one massage my neck. How often? That's a good question. Yes, you can ask her one day. Yes, and then we get into the trapezius and we do the roll. So if you can't do it with your fingers, my fingers are pretty strong so I can walk around and find the spots. If you can do it with your fingers, you can do it with here. What do you call this? Oh my God. How are you feeling, mommy?
I'm feeling very good.
She's feeling very good. When mom says very good for people who've been watching, it's really good. Yes. She's gonna have a good sleep today, guaranteed. So yesterday they were at church when I was at the hospital. So she spent the night at church. Mom is a very religious person. And so I think she needs this rest tonight. So this is really gonna be good for mom. It's gonna be really good for mom. Tonight she's gonna have a good night's sleep. Drop your head, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at my head. Look at my head. Don't move, just look at my head. So mom, most often, I doubt if she sleeps like this, but if you have a parent that you want them their back or their chest to open up, because we keep a lot of trauma. So if your parent is like this, you want to start by having them on a soft pillow lay, and then you put their back, especially their trapezius. Make sure their traps, not very much. You go into the traps, pole, slowly, baby, step by step, okay? And then you keep them there for maybe a minute and you keep growing the time. When you work on somebody and you want to help them, you take your time and work on them. Take your time, give them time. It is a process. I think you guys have seen how long I've been working on John. And then you do follow-ups. Of importance is communication. Listen to their body and listen to what they are communicating. That is very, very important. Yes, you heard that. What did you hear?
In a stuka.
She had the snap. So she just opened. Because you see, The mom sits like this. You realize, Benji, you want to come closer so I can show them. Benji's on camera, link on description, subscribe to his YouTube channel. So you realize there is this, but it should be, put your head up, it should be this. But for it to be that, you realize she has to do this. So as you continue bending, you also your back, and your backbone, your spine gets acquainted to this, and this becomes the norm. So that means these bones start staying like this, and that's why our grandparents, they used to get old like this. My grandpa is like this, and he's 104. My mother's father is 104, because his posture has always been good, and he walks a lot, which is a really good practice. And he also not very much pharmaceuticals. He's into herbal medicine. And it's something I wish I really researched. I know just a bit of it, but I can't claim to be an expert like he was. So for my grandpa, they would bring somebody who has a serious headache, very serious headache, and he always had medicine boiling in a pot, and then you'd put them in the next to the pot and tell them to put their head on the pot. It's called doom. Yes, and then you'd cover them with a blanket for 30 minutes, and crazy headaches would be gone. This is true story. They would bring people with very serious stomach infections or very serious stomach pains, and he would give them just a touch of herbal medicine, and it's gone. So there's so much that this old man used to. Let me know if you want to see my grandpa. I don't really know if he can hold a conversation right now, but he talks to me, recognizes me at 104. This is like serious. Mommy, how old are you?
63.
63. Your firstborn is?
Our firstborn is about 80.
80. The old man, firstborn, is 80 years old. So now you get what I'm saying. Even if he married at 20 years of age, still the old man is over 100. It's 104. That is what is recorded. But also because he was working with the county government, they used to reduce their ages. So what was recorded could be even less. Grandpa could be over 110. Remember when civil servants you told me about it, they reduce their age so that they don't retire on time. Yes. My grandpa is still alive. If you guys want to watch him, then I'm happy to take you guys and go and hang out with him as well. I miss him. And yes, let me know what you guys think, what you guys want to see. And if you're doing any body work, please drop a comment on the comment section. And I'll be here to work on mom. This is actually the first time I'm touching mom since I came. Because I went straight to the hospital, as you guys saw in the video. So yes, breathe, man. Oof. Stand up. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Okay. Yes, move it like that. Don't turn your head. You want to look above Benji's head. Yes, and turn your hands. Let them free. Let them free. Free, yes. Turn them. Make sure they're slapping your kidney.
Oh, my kidney.
Yes, you know where your kidney is. So, pop, 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 pop. Don't turn your head. Good job. Good job. And then shake it up like this. Your shoulder up. And then good. So how do you feel?
I'm feeling nice. Feeling good.
How old is your firstborn? When did you give birth to Judith?
Judith? 79.
79. And then Alphonse?
81.
81. So that's a 2-year difference, eh? And then Wycliffe?
83.
83, 81, 83. Another 2-year difference. And then Janet?
Janet, it takes time. So, 96.
96. My mom finally told you my age, man. Yes, Janice is the one who's traveled to Oman and got to come back. Yes, good job, man. Wish you all the best in healing. So it is very important because working on the back, you're welcome. You see, she's even bright on the face. Ladies and gentlemen, we have food here, show them bench. Traditional ugali and avocado, and the boss lady sleeping there. Say hello to people, bro.
Hello.
Yeah, so she's just waiting to eat the food. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Victors with Vicky. Let me know what you guys want to know. Vicky Demand, I hope your question is answered right now. And I'm very happy that you guys have continued praying for me. Keep praying for me and keep praying for this cutie and my family at large. And I appreciate you guys. It's always a pleasure to bring you guys content. Until I see you guys in the next video. What do we say, Vidal? Adios! Adios!